Hello, I am Rec187 and welcome back once again to Ruler Waves 2 as we're going to be continuing with our Confederate States of America run. Okay, so first overview of the world, where we at. So in the tail end of last stream, or last episode, depending on which is, we did just finish the third war, I think, with the US. So again, just took ourselves some juicy war positions to help our economy. And we really got to think to the future and what we're going to do next. And I think we talked about it earlier in terms of our overall ambitions, kind of for the run itself, were to control essentially the Americas, the Caribbean, and with a view to maybe kind of West Africa as about some colonial holdings. So we've locked down the Americas in terms of everything we can take from the US. Britain is obviously going to be a challenge, and we will get to them probably, or maybe we're not quite there yet. You know, a couple of good wars, I think. Maybe we can get to them in maybe our 20s or 30s. We might try and butt our heads against that. We'll see how it goes. See how ambitious we're feeling. So then our other keen option really is saying, well, we've got French holding in the Caribbean, or we've got French and German holding in West Africa. So I could feasibly go to war with either of them. And I think France is probably the better looking target. Although we're probably equivalent with either side, to be honest. They do have a lot more ships in service from us, but I'm not too worried about that because they'll have to spread themselves out thin. And I think of all, France is probably the better one to go for, as they will be forced to send ships over to defend the old Antilles. Now, we may not be able to invade it and get it for cheap, but we can always have a go. So that's going to be the general plan. Right, however, before we launch into State of the Navy and all the tweaks and things, there is one thing I do want to mention. So for the last stream, or for the last 3 episodes, if that's how you watch them, I made several references to the HMS Dreadnought having 5 centerline turrets. This is, of course, complete bollocks. I apologise for that. And credit to, I think, Steve Jones and Paltzer in the commentary on YouTube for commenting on this. And essentially what happened was I was perusing the stats for the HMS Dreadnought just prior to the stream, and I saw obviously reference to its armament of 5 dual 12-inch turrets, and my addled brain went, oh, that's funny, I didn't think they had 5 centerline turrets on the first Dreadnought. It's, you know, interesting to go from 2 to 5. Why the big jump? And rather than apply a bit of critical logic and say, hang on, this new version of truth doesn't make sense, maybe dig into it, my brain just went, yeah, okay, fine, that's fact. Let's keep we'll cement that in place and we'll parrot out when we go on the internet. So that was, of course, a bit nonsense. And if I drag this over, we can see this is, of course, the Dreadnought herself, which does have 5 dual 12-inch turrets, but it's 3 centerline and 2 wing. So there is, it's a 3 centerline need for the Dreadnought. So all that kind of other stuff I was talking about was nonsense. Happens now and again. I do appreciate those who correct me. I'm a little appalled myself given the magnitude of the HMS Dreadnought in the old naval combat. That's one I really shouldn't be tripping myself up on. But there we go. If I was trying to really weasel my way out of it, I could make some claim that last Monday when I did this. In fact, it wasn't last Monday. It was about a week or Saturday ago. Anyway. I was, unbeknownst to myself at the time, but I was coming down with COVID. However, that's just a really weak excuse for the fact that I read something, didn't apply in critical thinking, and then just got it wrong. So there we go. Cool. Moving swiftly on. So let's have a look at our Navy. We have just come out of a war, so everyone's still on active service. We need to change that. So let's do it by type. I was having a look at some of them. And we're going to want to mothball a lot of things. Now, I'm going to come back and talk about these 14,000 tonners later. In fact, I'm going to put it straight to mothball. I'm okay, because I think these are for the scrap heap, to be perfectly honest. But we can have a discussion on that and the pros and cons. Everyone else, let's take our non-newest ones and we'll put those into reserve. The McCrae's, I don't know about you guys. I'll keep you around for just now. Lights. I think these light cruisers are still all good. I'm amazed we have so many. Let's put you guys all into reserve. It does hurt some of these guys who are elite status, but c'est la vie. And our destroyers, again, everything bar the newest. Actually, there's not that many not new ones. You know, these guys are all elite. It hurts, but let's be realistic here. This is how we would arrange ourselves. And then all our corvettes, our lovely corvettes, you guys can just mothball. I will grab all these obsolete ones. Will I? I mean, no. I'm going to wait until the very least all the... actually, no, it's quite a big block. Alright, let's do it. I mean, it's costing me 1 extra per month. It's not a deal. But if we do a quick redesign, it'll cost almost nothing. And I'll stop having the extra penalty. It's just going to be a lick of paint. Done. Yep, that's fine. All okay, very good. Yeah. Okay, rebuild them all. Cool. Any other obsolete ones I want to deal with? These Duncan Ingrams, I'll probably just do all of these in a one-hour. Just do the whole class. Yeah, we can do that now. We've got a bit of cash. We are going to want to design ourselves a new battleship at some point, but let's just get these boys out of the way. So let's upgrade. Any changes? What, we got 3 tons, which is not really enough to do anything. We got 4 torpedo tubes. Fine. Yeah. Okay, that'll do. Let's not get carried away. Okay, go and yeah, rebuild them all. And we're still in the black, so that's a healthy place to be. We have 2 of our lovely new battle cruisers coming, our Texas, which obviously are Dreadnought style ships with 3 centerlines. But they are battle cruisers for whatever reason. I never did figure out why it was flagged as such. It's only 24 knots, it's not that quick. But we do have to consider what we want out of our next battleship. Maybe we'll throw down a design for that. How long have these guys got left? Oh my god, so long. The yeah, undeveloped shipyard hurts. Okay, but still, we can't afford to wait. So let's dive on in. Yes, let's go for battle design just to kick things off. But no, because there's two things I want to talk about before we get into this. One is our tech and our guns. So we have 4 centerline turrets, and we have triple turrets. We can put a lot of guns on this ship. Now that may not be all positions. I can't quite remember. We'll have a look at that. But we have a lot of options. We put a lot of guns, big broadside. In terms of our tech, currently 14s and 12s is where we've got a little bit of something, right? Not terrible. So potentially we could look at maybe even fewer guns of 14s or just a massive 12-inch gun broadsides. Not going to last us forever, but it's probably going to do good work against a lot of things out there, especially all the older pre-dreadnoughts. So let's maybe have a look at those options for a battleship. That is horrible. Why? Can you do something that looks better? That's more traditional, I'll give you that. But if we got rid of these 2 wing turrets, I deleted the center by accident, and then we added midships, sure, and something else. Where are you? Aft center line. R. No, I'd prefer W, I think. Yeah, it's all pretty back. Getting further forward, we do a forward center line instead. Yeah, I'll get to that. And get rid of that. Ah, wrong one. Get rid of that one. More of a forward aft thing going on here. Aft center line. There we go. Yes, the graphic looks terrible, and this button does nothing, but there you go. And we want to... So could I put all these in triplers? It's 12 gun broadside, it's pretty huge. Let's do a quick check. Wow, you're happy with that. Okay. Oh yeah, because I think our Texas is actually 3 triples. This would be 4. Can we move? Which one is it? And that's kind of fine. This one we want to move. I do that. Yes, delete that funnel. And then... Oh. I don't know, we'll just draw kind of a grey thing here. Come on. Right, have you got it on? Have you got it on symmetrical? I should do. Oh my god, what have we done? Stop it! Right, no. I don't like this drawing tool. No. What was it? Funnel. That's what I've done. Let's plop funnel. Just there is fine. Let's sort this out. Right. I'm determined to get this looking better than trash. Right. So we need to start in. Oh, that's an interesting line. Oh. Start in the middle. Go. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to make a bit of a square. So if I do that, perfect. I say perfect, I get it looks terrible. Then you, let's redo you. Okay. I'm not going to pass any art classes, but at least it looks like I don't have a turret on top of my conning tower. What? Ah. No, I didn't mean to destroy that. Well, I'm trying to work with at least that little bit there is. Right, we shall put you back. Beautiful. Okay, more important things, let's look at actually how it performs. The other bit I want to look at was the speed. So if we look at our current ships, so our battle ships, we've got some 16 knot, 14,000 tons, which I think are for the scrap heap. Apart from that, we've got some 22 knot, 20,000 ton pre-dreadnoughts. So we want to be, I mean, realistically, we don't want to be any slower than 22. It's just not acceptable. What's wrong? Wait, to be less than 22, right? I mean, you got to say, well, actually, how much quicker or slower do we ideally want to be? And we'll also look at weight and things. You know, our new battle cruisers are coming out at 24. Obviously, as a battle cruiser, theoretically, it should be faster than your main fleet. Other thing is, our heavy cruisers are sitting at 24. But we do have another bunch of lights at 22, and they're probably going to stick around for a while. So we could get away with saying, actually, we're going to stick with our main battleship for this generation to be a kind of 22 knot max speed, so 20 knot cruise, or fight, I should say. A max fight speed for your accuracy. Essentially, you want to be a couple of knots below your max speed, for otherwise you can actually debus. It doesn't strike me as particularly fast. Now, what I would like to do, I don't know if I can do it while this is open. Have a quick look at the almanac. What do we know about other people's battleships? Okay, we've got the Wyoming coming in 21 knots, classic pre-dreadnought design there. What else have we got? Here, an older ship. Just the Wyoming? I thought there was another one coming in here. 24 knots for the Sagatora. And there is obviously Fog of War and stuff, but that's pretty believable, 18 knots. We've got the Jupiter, apparently coming at 20 knots. Magnificent 20 knots. So, I mean, in terms of how this shapes up to our compatriots, 22 knots is actually a little bit quicker. We are also spending a whole chunk more weight in it, though. We're having fewer, very expensive ships, which is tenderly how all my navies end up being built, to be perfectly honest. But there you go. These guys are coming in with 12s. What's Britain doing? They've gone for the 14s. Any more newer ones? You're formidable. I don't have info on it. Battle cruisers. Okay, it's 1808, 1809. You've gone for the 14s. USA's on with 12s. What's France doing with itself? Do I know anything about yours? It's the wrong one. And you're still pre-dreadnoughts. No info there. But Germany, what are you up to? 13s. Okay. So if we were to lay down, thank you, you can go in out. Where are you? Back here somewhere. If we were to lay down this beast with these foot, I mean, we are comparable speed, slightly faster than anything out there. We also are much more heavily armed than anything out there. This is good. Oh, actually, the one thing which we don't have yet is torpedo defense, I believe. That makes me uncomfortable. Where are we in terms of torpedo defense? It's under this one, I believe. Probably number 4. We can do a quick check. I'm willing to spend your time on that. Let me just bring it up here. Type. Where are we? Subdivision and damage control. Torpedo protection number 1 is the... Oh, apparently we've missed it. So we have got double bottom, improved subdivision, and high capacity pumps 1. If we look at the lines, the levels, double bottom, improved subdivision, high capacity pumps 1 is here, and torpedo protection was supposed to be before it. Now it could just be that this table is wrong. This is just a wiki thing, so it's entirely possible. And that those have switched order at some point, so it might just be the next one we get. We are on high. Okay, so I think we're going to hold off until we get torpedo protection 1 before we do our lay down our new battleships. There's always the risk of holding off for too long, but I think that's too important a tech for this. Now, as such, I'm going to turn some of these other things down in the hope that that makes a difference. I will keep you on high because I'd like to improve the quality of ones I've got there. Oh, we have oil firing as well. Okay, that's a key research. Let's put you down to medium as well. Fire control, okay. Light forces. I'm turning you down to... No, you're only on level 2. I'll keep you on high just because you're so far behind. I'm going to turn you down to medium as well. And you, just because you're so far ahead. This is fine. Okay. So now, okay, we've now got a lot of focus on this. Doesn't guarantee anything, but hopefully we can get it. Alright, so if we're not going to do that, what are we going to do? Well, the other thing we were looking at is a new destroyer. So maybe that's good we'd spend a little bit of a hard-earned cash. That's a beautiful design you've got there. We can now get up to 700 tons. We want to be... Wow, that is fast. 29 knots. Good on you. Have we got... We're only on 1 torpedo tube per mount. That's not great. I also do not need this many guns. I would like more torpedoes, please. You'll probably get penalties for having more center line stuff. Also penalties right now. Minus 20 rate of fire. We could actually take off, say, the R. Actually, I'm on add. Okay, we can add and take stuff off. Let's go for, say, E and F. No, F and G. Yeah, helps if I get my pairs right. And take off P. And then we could add another couple. I don't know, I and J. Sure. Because they don't match, reckon. That's why not. Okay. And then we want to get rid of R. We're massively overweight because we've got too much centerline stuff. Or too little centerline stuff. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. We could also bring it down to, say, 27 knots, which is still pretty nippy. Cramped accommodation. I don't like using cramped accommodation. It's fine, but I don't really like it. Yeah, it's almost no weight at all. The other thing is you just move one of the guns, but they probably should be able to fend for themselves slightly. So we could take off 2 of these, that would save us 36. We could accept the rate of fire penalty, which may be the way to go. Let's take off, what should we take off? F and G, I'll take these out of the way. Yeah, 28 knots, normal freeboard, medium, cool. No, let's do oil, man. Did that add weight? No, saved 6 tons. Freeboard is normal, that's alright. $9 tons left. I don't really like it. It's only three torpedo broadside. But except you're going to be firing the tubes one at a time. I want more tubes, is what I really want. Hey, Compass, how's it going? I am not. I'm still on 1.25. I've not gone up to 1.26. I had a look over the patch notes. There's a few bug fixes and things, but I didn't see anything major, and I just not got around to updating it yet. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this. Let's have a quick look at my... is it in torpedo? No, where's the... Might be in here. Maybe not. I can't remember. I'll go back to the text screen and have a quick look. I want to see where I get my number of launchers from. Probably torpedo technology. Or light force and torpedo warfare. It probably makes more sense. It is light forces and torpedo warfare. This one, which we're barely moving on. Yeah. So again, the next level here should be double torpedo mount, which is again something I kind of want. I feel hemmed in on a tech level of things that I want right now. So I might just save up this cash for a few months. We are at peace. We're okay. We're gonna stop annoying the Americans, I think. Maybe we'll start annoying the French and the Germans and have a go at one of them long term and try and steal a colony from them. Okay. Final question before we actually hit the end of turn one is what we do with these Buchanan class, because they are rubbish. Right, 11-inch guns, 16 knots, 40,000 tons. They'll, you know, they'll give away a lot of victory points if we sink them. They don't have much in the way of combat worthiness. The only thing they're really good for is counting towards our blockade defense. And the thing is, even we can't even rebuild them. Even if we like change out the machinery, our tech's not good enough to actually get any more speed out of them. You know, even if we change, like, totally redid the engine, which has got a fair cost in itself, we get 1 knot. Even if I could bulge them, well, no, because it slows them down. So, yeah, I don't know. I think they're just for the scrap. But we should probably hold on to them, again, just as that blockade defense, just until we've got some new ships off the line. Okay, let's finally advance time a little bit. And give me... Oh, there we go. Now we can build our new Dreadnoughts. I'm glad I didn't go for it last time. Torpedo Protection 2. So we have just skipped Torpedo Protection 1 then. Sure. Why not? Okay. We're going to go for it. We're going to... okay, it's an ambitious one, but no, let's get rid of the wings. Forward, aft center line, and forward center line, please. Triple turrets. Oh yes, triples. Oh, I've gone for 4 in the middle because that's silly. Okay, and the conning tower looks daft again. Right, you can just come away. We'll build ourselves a conning tower. It's not going to look pretty, but it'll look roughly like a ship. Okay, there we go. I don't like my funnels. Let's have them both there. Triple funnel, why not? Okay, freeboard it does not want to be low, it wants to be normal. Let's set 30,000 tons, see what that gets for us. We talked about wanting 22 knots. As a least, we want medium. We're going to stick on the oil. We are woefully short of tonnage here. Yeah, okay, we may not get what we want. Don't need you. What else? Ships overweight? Yeah, that's fine, not legal. Do I have the issue with the turreted secondaries? Yes. Yes, I do still. How bad is it? Okay. Oh, I haven't even got secondary turrets at all. Right. Disappointing. Ah, that's a shame. That is a shame. You've went up right up to our max. We're nowhere close. Okay, options. We could drop down to 12s, which is our other quality 0. Feels a bit ridiculous on a 30,000 ton ship, not gonna lie. Even then we're struggling to make the weight. Where's all my weight? Mainly in my armor, it would seem. What else is going here? Right, let's get rid of these things for a start. Trim away the stuff we don't need. Right, we'll not worry about tertiaries to begin with. Say drop you down to say 12. We're still on 12, I don't like that. So on the 14s, which you know some nations are using, we could say drop to 13 inches of belt, squeak out a little bit of weight savings, and that will give us protection up to 8,000 yards against a 14-incher quality 0. It's not terrible. And then obviously up to 15,000 yards before we start. Our deck's not strong enough. We can massively trim down the conning tower weight. Turrets are at 12, fine. Turret top, I can probably bring them down a scooch. We have seen a lot of flash fires, secondaries 6 inches fine. Essentially I need to drop a turret. And we're back into just making a slight slower version of our Texas class. Yeah, even coming all the way down to 12 doesn't cut it. What about if we, that's not one I want to decrease, trimmed our middle turrets? Okay, we're pretty close now. It's a 10 gun broadside. The advantage of this as well is over the 3, because we've got 3 turret 9 or 4 turret 12. It's slightly more weight intensive, but this way if we lose one turret, you lose a smaller proportion of your overall guns. Rounds are a little low though. Which is hurting us massively once we do this. What else could we do? Doesn't really save that much, not worth it. Oh, we could bring the deck down, but I don't think that's sensible an idea. We just have to say this is beyond our aims at the minute. I mean, we could bring the speed down, but I don't want to be slower than my current pre-Dreadnoughts. That just seems laughable. So it means I think we're going to have to drop down to a 9 gun broadside and 3 turrets, which again it's slightly more risk of losing a turret, but it works. And she's gonna have a lot of HP at 30,000 tons. I mean, most of our things we're fighting at like 20,000. We are really using all the space available. We could just, I don't know, throw on some 4-inch tertiaries if we really want, or a couple more rounds. It's not even really worth it. Okay. I'm not. It's good. It's not the ship I was hoping it was going to be. Ain't gonna lie. For 116 million. But maybe it's the ship we deserve. I think on our current tech, it's the best we're going to get. Alright. Lock it in. That's a chunk of money. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. Some ships working up. They... Oh, no, it wasn't you one. Yeah, we got 4 of these. Are all currently active. Fine, I think. Let's, you know, let's take our even older ones and let's mothball these things. Save a few more bucks. They are the worst ships of ours, so let's not get too precious about them. And similarly on our heavies, let's yeah, let's mothball the oldest generation, which is mothball the oldest, second generation reserve, newest ones on active. So that's a sensible way of doing it. Right, let's quickly look what we've got active. Our latest pre-dreadnoughts, bunch of heavy cruisers, bunch of lights, bunch of destroyers. Okay. I'm cool with that. And destroyers finished reconstruction. Nicely done, and corvettes, cool. Maybe them all? Not quite. Always someone lags behind. 1 more month. We'll get those changed. Let's back by type. Let's come down to our corvettes. You guys are all going to be mothballed. Then these old destroyers, these Ingrams, are just going to go into reserve. I should also go back to my research, tweak that again. So we've now got our torpedo detection 3, which is good. I probably want to keep... I can drop that down for a little bit just now. I want to keep this up, because that's the next key one I get. That's probably okay for just now. Then we can think about what we really want after that. Probably still want weight improvements, actually. Although these guys are fairly up to speed. Armor's not. Let's put you up onto high. Sure. Although again, all things are not equal in terms of when you expect to see each level. So if I have a look at my armor, the next one up after Krupp is quality control, and it's expected around about the year 1910. So we are slightly behind on that, given it's now 1911. Okay, cool. Go. French government wants to buy subdivision and damage control torpedo protection 2. Now we are contemplating a war with France. Obviously selling this to them makes them a much more dangerous foe. But they're going to get it eventually. But let's say no. Let's be like, no, we're going to sell with someone who we're potentially going to scrap with fairly soon. Fire. Alright, straight into Alabama. Beautiful. We didn't get any more tech. 2 of those a month. 3 years. Let's go for it. I'd like more, but can't afford to build any more for just now. But 20 months, so I think we're going to potentially run out of money before the first of these rolls off the construction line. Yeah, essentially we have built the same ship twice. But these are somehow 2 knots faster and much less armor. Yeah, much less armor. Okay, that makes sense. Lots of shipbuilding going on. Japan wants to buy triple turrets. By all means, my friend. Better submarines? Okay. Uprising in an African country. We need to send a force to evacuate nationals and protect our interests. We will always, always, always send a battleship. Oh, delays in the building? That's pretty annoying. Someone stole industrial secrets. Okay. Weight saving on machinery, that's nice. And even better torpedoes, cool. Central firing, have we got that? Yeah, ages ago. I can never remember what order my fire control is. The German ship So this is just a reconstruction of a pre-Dreadnought. Fine. All savings. Ah, okay, so proper light cruiser armor configuration. Nice. That's better than just the, was it protected cruisers? I think it was armor configuration before. And then we've got Q ships for anti-submarine warfare, which I don't actually know what that is off the top of my head. I know it's better ASW, but I need to go and Google what a Q ship is. Which is probably did the same thing last time I played through this game and then completely forgot about it. Tension between our ally Japan and France is rising. Japan is asking for support. Reaction be, we will write them a blank check. I am not scared of France, even though they have a lot of ships. You know, they've got 8 pre-dreadnoughts, which ain't nothing. Well, they do have a big area, and especially if they're fighting us and Japan, that's going to split their forces. And we'll capitalise on that. So we've almost evened out our balance by the fact we're building 4 chunky ships, which is nice. Is it nice enough to queue up a third one? I think I'd probably like 4 of these, and then I would happily get rid of my oldest pre-dreadnoughts. I made of, yeah, or at least 3 of them. Although to be honest, you might say, well, actually, you've got 1% saving on hull and weight. Why not? You could get a better ship. It's potentially true. I almost never accelerate construction, but there we go. It's not changed that much. 146 tons. Okay. I'm not getting excited about it. I'm tempted to queue up one. Although if we get some money, we don't want to get a new bunch of destroyers as well. But no, let's let these things take so long. Let's do it. Let's just commit. We've done it. Oh, I'm quite pleased. Maybe a lack of CSA names, but I'm quite pleased with Jackson came back because that was the only capital ship we've lost, if I remember. No, I'm talking nonsense. It wasn't the Jackson. It was the Longstreet. There we go. Requin, talk nonsense. Happens more often than you think. A naval visit by France, who asked by journalists to comment on the visiting ships. We can be impressed by them, we can be happy to have hosted these fine people, or we can slag them off. We're probably going to slag them off, aren't we? Yeah. Get up, you. Counterintelligence believes that Russia has stolen tech from us. What do you mean, Russia? I couldn't care about Russia, to be perfectly honest. So do you know what? Fine. Just we'll let you off. Feel it. Tension. Oh, thanks for private shipbuilding. That reminds me I should increase stock size as well. A revolution! We should send a strong squadron to bombard the capital until our citizens are released. Yeah, I don't think it's going to tip us into joint war, he says, hopefully. More money for Great Britain. Of course you need more money. Britain, man. Oh, ho, ho. Okay, we have got war. Let's not spy on you. Let's not spy on you. Yeah, we can spy on you. Let's keep us on prize rules, because I do not want to sink any liners and get a second participant in this war. So it's us and... Tension is 50. That's pretty high. It's us and Japan versus France. They currently have almost nothing in the Caribbean. In fact, they have nothing in the Caribbean. So I will be interested to see what, if anything, they send over here. And obviously we have our ally Japan, who hopefully can do some threatening stuff over here. Now, they don't properly fight, unfortunately, but they will at least pull the ships away. Hey, Lamberto. France needs a taste of Dixie cannon. Yes, she does. We need to claim our rightful claim of the Antilles and West Africa. Right, let's Start by, I'll just do this button. Boop. Mobilize our fleets. We are spread between the North American East Coast and the Caribbean, which is fine because they actually have ships here. So we could definitely have a scrap here. We're a little bit light in the Caribbean, to be honest. I probably want to move some things down. Tell you what I will move then. Let us grab our trash pre-dreadnoughts and let us move them to the Caribbean. And then hopefully they won't be involved in the fight that might happen. And that'll help us just have some blockade strength. Aside from that, all our CAs, all our CLs, all our destroyers, so we were clearly geared up for the US war. Okay, I'm going to leave them there this turn, see if we get scrap, see what France responds. They might send a fleet over. How are we on submarines? We probably have a few left. Yeah, not that many. Reliability's still pretty poor. Or we should be up over 50 now with that recent bump, but we will maybe look to do that. Maybe a couple of years, then we'll go for a big submarine heavy fleet. Trade protection, that's what we need to do. All our corvettes on trade protection. And the other thing we want to consider is, do we want to do any raiding? Let us do trade protection. We potentially grab a couple of our light cruisers, especially these archery ones, which are a reasonable speed. Let's see, why don't we send... Okay, for a start, we'll put you two. So slow though, I don't like that idea. Nah, it's gonna have to be these ones. So you two, we're gonna put on. Where are you? Raider. I do indeed. And in fact, we're gonna put you two on Raider as well. But we're gonna move you. Not Radar. Raider. And we're gonna say, why don't you go to Caribbean? Okay. And we'll raid some French ships that are in and around our coasts. Okay. And with the war prep underway, we are going to draw this episode to a close. So we have got our desired war with France, so hopefully we can take a little bit of territory out of this one. It's not going to be easy. They have a substantially larger fleet, a lot more pre-dreadnoughts, and they have some dreadnoughts rolled off the assembly line already. So we are definitely up against it. Hopefully we can tactically maneuver ourselves to a victory regardless. As ever, this was taken from a Twitch livestream, so there's links in the description below. Otherwise, I do hope you have enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Cheerio!